What? Sup Com Test?
Yep. It's not really a test of that, but it's just a test to see whether my audio comes through, because the other day when we were on the forest and I ran into a zombie in the middle of the night and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I
Figured out
remember
that it
that.
actually didn't record my audio, so it didn't get my scream.
Ah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I could hear you and Corin. Weird thing.
So what am I doing?
Okay, if you're on there, just tell me then if you can hear my voice through the video. Because if you're watching the video and Corin says something, you should be able to hear Corin. That's the way the things are set at the moment.
Try on them. Can't hear anything.
Ah, that's good.
Is it? Is it really?
Can you hear the game sounds?
Nope.
Ah, maybe it's because it's really quiet. Hang on. Let me see if I can make. Hang on.
It actually says waiting for Ricardo.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know why it's waiting for you.
Can you see the video though?
No?
Ah, okay, right. Maybe it's going a bit slow or something. Maybe it's because it just started, it's a bit laggy or something like that, I don't know.
Maybe the show hasn't started. Simon got too early.
Yeah, it's weird because what? Alright, hang on, here we go. I got a video.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Okay. Cool. Now see if you can hear me then.
And what about me?
Because if you can hear yourself, then you can hear Corin.
You'd hope so anyway.
I can hear myself. Okay. Great.
Yes, it's working.
Yeah. Okay. That's enough of that.
I can hear you both.
Okay.
What about me?
Good. I don't want to hear. Okay. Nah. Well, like, because it wasn't. I couldn't hear myself last week, which kind of sucks because then it didn't record me screaming like a little girl.
And it was.
And now it does.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorted.
Okay.
Something shouldn't be missed.
Do you want to keep watching or should I stop? Should I stop?
Yeah, okay. Go on.
Okay.
That wasn't creepy at all.
The truth is, being PL about gas.
Watching baby bunny videos.
Not creepy at all.
They taste good though. Wouldn't mind getting a pet rabbit actually.
Miss will probably love that.
Make up for all the rabbits I've killed. Well, they're big enough for a cat not to fuck with.
Yeah.
They can do a lot of damage too, rabbits.
Really?
Yeah, with those back legs.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, because they butting kick like kangaroos. I was just watching it because science, how to survive a T-Rex attack.
A bunny. What?
Bunny.
How?
Well, I mean, it's all pretty obvious stuff. Apparently they can run about 11 per hour, so that's pretty fast.
Miles or kilometers?
Miles.
Right. Okay. Oh shit.
So your best option is to get into trees and stuff because they're too fucking big to. But anyway, but at the end of it, so if you've got heavy weapons, that's the best way to go. And I was like, well, yeah.
If you got heavy weapons.
Got a 50 cal, you can put a fucking hole in it. That'll kill it.
No shit.
Apparently, though, if you can topple one, that would probably kill it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because it's too big.
Yeah, right.
That would do so much damage if it fell over. When you're like, 6 meters high or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
I just call that poor design.
I don't think they got a say in it.
Well, you should have risen up and complained sooner.
I don't.
Damn it, Corin.
Oh no.
Stop making us
I'm
laugh.
killing him.
Yeah, laughing and coughing don't go well together. Hey, little buddy. Put yourself in a pot with some carrots.
Jesus, my mass is through the roof all of a sudden.
Fuck, they're like really powering ahead of us.
Probably because he started building base defenses. I haven't even started.
Yeah, neither have I. We've still got 8 minutes. Those here.
I appreciate the gesture, Mr. Cat. Put a claw in my eyes, probably not gonna help. Anyone been watching the World Cup?
No.
Just me.
Probably. Oh my god, I didn't realize how good my mass was.
Burger in a can.
That doesn't sound that appealing.
Yum.
Question mark?
Question mark? Yum.
You'd be wishing for burger in a can come the zombie apocalypse. You can get bacon in a can too.
Everybody needs that.
It's all wrapped in like grease paper. Costs like $40 or something for a can.
Fuck.
Probably tastes like shit. Oh, dude, I was watching this. This guy just went on like a taco tour in Mexico.
Oh my god.
Ah, you should have seen all the taco. Like just the, just amazing. I don't know how he ate them because he had like 15 tacos for the whole day at like 5 different places.
What a fucking psycho.
They look so good.
Hey Rick, out of curiosity, what's your maths input?
At the moment it's plus 65, but overall it's plus 268.
Yeah, okay, that's what I want to know overall. How are you doing more than me?
Plus 268. What are you at?
What the hell? It just dropped to 200. Now it's gone up. Now it's up to what? It's all over the place, okay? It's all over the frickin' place.
That little rabbit doesn't want to be there. Quit touching me, woman. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do any raids this week?
Earlier in the week. Did the normal and the eater. Just like one after the other.
Oh, did you get 385?
I did, yeah, I did actually, yeah. Got
Awesome.
adjust.
Oh, there goes my one.
It's okay, you didn't need that anyway.
It's true.
I think I need to really focus on production now.
BRB.
Dude, you got 3 minutes.
What?
Hello? Shit, okay. I don't know how I accidentally keep turning down my...
Don't wait till your deathbed to tell people how you feel. Tell them to fuck off now. Think- That's a good one. Do what you love for a living, and the increasingly unclear distinction between your personal and professional identity will make it extremely difficult to feel emotionally secure at basically any point in the process.
What?
That's awesome. Oh, that's an awesome Christmas decoration.
So, I can see they have plenty of units. I don't.
I like how many shields you got though.
Yes. I also like how many shields I have. Just, I don't appreciate the lack of air units and ground units and any form of unit that I
I
should
don't have
have.
any units either. Well, I have one unit, one experiment. But I have some defenses. Is that okay?
That's pretty okay.
What? What's going on?
I'm just waiting for like a satellite to fly over my base or artillery shells to start dropping.
Oh, and here he comes. But little did he know, I'm very good at turtling. If he can get past my anti-air that is still not established, I'll be amazed.
There he goes, back to his base.
He's probably, oh, oh no. Cool, that's all done. Take 2. Cool. Alright. I'm gonna make you and you a Tech 3 facility. You 3 are gonna spit out lots of things and just die.
I should probably get some happening.
Now that you mention it, I agree.
Incoming.
Or are they? could be the whole night. Incoming! Or are they? Incoming! Or are they? Wow, he's already built a fleet.
Okay, I'm gonna walk my experimentals into the other person's base, the one that's up opposite me. See if that does it. It's probably not a very good idea, but... Whoa, where did all my mass go?
It's my mass.
Literally where? What are you doing? Ah, whoops. Don't, idiots. Might as well.
Red rum. See, if you're sick enough, you can do the red rum for Tony. What was that Millhouse on from The Simpsons?
What was what?
Because Millhouse does red rum as does something mirror, but I forget what it is.
I'm not sure.
It's not red rum. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, I think it was in the shitting episode.
I don't know, to be honest.
What should I do? Build an experimental or build a heavy artillery?
Maybe heavy artillery?
I have literally like, no room to place it. Here, you can go there. I'm gonna make you a Tech 3 facility. Anything approaching you? Oh shit, you're just coming out of a walker. It's nice.
No, not that I can see.
No, you're coming. But you should really give them some air support because they'll probably hit you heavy.
I haven't got any air units yet.
Rick.
Alright. Why am I
Why?
minus, that's why.
I heard shots. Don't know where
Yeah,
from.
by this stage they should be well and truly within his omni range, so... I'm expecting a couple fat boys at least, like for the score they have. It looks like that might be like a nuke silo or something. Anyway, just keep walking, you two. I think he might think they're scouts because he hasn't said anything. Anything back.
And then and he'll be like, oh shit.
There's a fat boy at least one. Sure.
Roger.
Just walking through the base. And his base is pretty
Wow, really?
well, most of it. Don't kill his commander though. Don't kill his commander. So it doesn't.
Okay, that's too much.
Yeah, he's pretty much gone. He's gone. But I left him alive. I didn't want to like kind of kill him. Which I know seems kind of mean, but
But at the same time, generous.
yes, that's right. He's got a fat boy though, at least one. Might see if I can roll his bags.
I'm gonna see what this guy's got, because he's sending land units towards me.
Mm.
I encourage such behavior, but when I'm ready. Superiority 3 fighters, eh? And a shit ton of them. Oh, and an experimental. I'm not necessarily prepared for that.
I have a gunship.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
Kinda.
Oh wait, experimental walking towards you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
Pretty
send
fast.
my gunship over. Although, if I send my gunship, he's gonna kill it. Because look at all those anti-air fighters.
Like, I've got...
If you got some anti-air,
building up.
set your anti-air to assist my gunship.
Wait, I'm just throw. Luckily, I got what's it called? Artillery, which is get peppered a little bit. Oh shit! You moved quicker than I expected.
Should I wait?
Until I get my ships going. Okay, go.
Okay. I'm targeting the fat boy. There's a lot of them.
They shall fall today.
Get it. But, get your gunships on the fat boy, it's almost dead. If you can.
I'm splitting them up.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. At least they're retreating. At least the fat boy's pulling back.
Got the fat boy.
Nice.
Good. He's trying to send in his air units to take out my air units, which is futile because I'm at my base with all my air defense. What the hell is that? Simon, did you just vibrate?
No, my mic wasn't on.
Oh, Simon made a weird noise.
I heard it though.
It wasn't me.
Wait,
Maybe
what
it's
the hell is
finally
that?
happening. Maybe the aliens have. Well, you know what? I clicked on you.
Well, I got full production now of what's it called? Those Tech 3 airships.
Yep.
Now I need a shit ton more mass fabricators to support this. Actually, power's a good point. I could do with some more.
Along the Cornish Riviera, adventurous surfers catch brilliant waves beside gorgeous seaside cliffs, while others find peace in harbor villages like Bowie and Falmouth. But one woman's English vacation proved to be more unnerving than serene. When Jess Arneson took a trip to the beaches of Cornwall, she, along with everyone else along the shores that day, might have expected a relaxing day in the sun. Instead, she witnessed something unsettling. Hundreds of unidentifiable objects lay scattered along the sand, and just the sight of them sent nearly every beachgoer into a panic. While on vacation in Cornwall, England, the country's southernmost county, which juts out into the Celtic Sea, 27-year-old Jess Arneson spotted something she'd never seen before along the beach. She spotted an orb that looked like a vegetable that had begun to rot, or an old baseball that had just been left out in the sun and chewed on by a dog. Stranger, there wasn't just one orb either. There were hundreds of them.
Oh,
For
he's
Jess,
using
the
heavy
scene
artillery.
was slightly disturbing.
Who?
The orbs were stretching away as far as you could see along the shoreline,
Yeah, Red.
she told The Guardian. The ones I saw were a bit smaller than a football, but it's
I
possible there
don't
were
have
some
any
that were
experimental
bigger.
gunships.
That made I didn't want to go any further along the beach, she said. We want the experts to examine them and let us know if they're safe, because quite frankly, they
Maybe
really
I should
are
try to get
weird
my
and a
artillery
bit
up
scary.
then.
She wasn't alone in her fears. Other locals and tourists along the shores were equally perplexed by the foreign bodies. In fact, a dog walker had an interesting experience with one, calling them like something out of Aliens, referencing James Cameron's well-known film. They're all over the beach, and the dogs really didn't like them, he continued. I took one home with me, then panicked and put it in a bin in case it attacked. Surely that had to be an overreaction.
That could be
After the
bad.
public
They could
outcry,
have all my
experts
shields.
finally weighed in
God
on
damn
what
it, I did not say
exactly those
attack.
spherical objects were. In the process, they soothed the fears of those worrying the beaches of Cornwall had been subjected to an alien invasion. It turned out the orbs were actually a species of sea urchin known as Echinocardium cordatum, but the experts gave the urchin another name too, one much more fitting of their similarity to a tuberous
I'm
vegetable.
gonna send a couple of walkers
They belong to a sea potato.
to Red then to see if that
Common at the
they'll be
lower end
wild
of
before they
the
get
type
there.
of sandy beach, living below the sand in burrows, said Martin
Away.
Trill, the director of the Marine Institute at Plymouth University. He had more to say too. You get lots of them on
I'm
Torbay
dramatically
Main
upping
Beach,
my
for example,
shields.
Barton continued. They're related to starfish and usually covered with little spines. Still, there was something off about this batch of sea potatoes. All these washed-up potatoes were dead as doornails, a fact that led to some pretty morbid theories from the locals. Had beachgoers that day witnessed some bizarre sea urchin disaster? Not quite, as Martin Trill, shown here, clarified this was actually a bit more natural than people suspected. I think such things happen from time to time and are entirely natural. A bit like bushfires, he added. But how? Martin explained that sea potatoes group up from their mating session.
Decimating his
If a
fleet.
vicious storm were to happen with so many potatoes going
Oh,
at
he's
it,
got that fat boy.
let's just say it's never good to get caught in a storm with your pants
Where?
down. Still, there were other plausible explanations.
Okay.
In May of 1995, for instance, there was another epic sea potato episode on a southern coast of England. Then the mass fatality of potatoes wasn't caused by a storm, but by unusually calm waters. The calm waters allowed an inordinate amount of plankton to thrive along the top of the seawater, with plankton sucking up all the...
I guess if you keep his attention, I'll walk in from like the top of his face.
I tried to, but my ground unit is winning. Speaking of twin dead ground units.
Yeah, I'm working on like experimental area artillery, so it'll be a while though.
Well, my heavy artillery is about 3/4 done.
He might have a couple of bad boys coming through too.
Oh, good. Shit. His heavy artillery is starting to get me now.
Do you want me to divert my walkers to there?
Yeah, that's...
If I get into his base, it might cause him to pull back.
269,000 could be limit.
Sure, because I'm building more shields with some recovered.
From 269,000. Getting today.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of be like, hey dude, this was fun and all, but...
I'm Jenna, and this is my 100 square foot time. There are plenty of videos on YouTube that talk about all of the positive aspects of moving tiny. Downsizing and simplifying your life, freeing up your finances, less chemicals in your house, mobility, eco-friendly. This video isn't like that. I'm I'm gonna get real with you.
Shit.
This video is not going to be about why it's so fantastic to live tiny.
Shit.
Not gonna showcase those Instagram worthy photos. Okay, maybe a few. I'm going to talk about the hardships of living tiny, the realities, and why it sometimes stinks. Literally, favorite things about living small. I really wish there was a video like this before I decided to downsize, so that I knew what I was getting myself
okay,
into.
these guys didn't get by. He's got some pretty heavy base defense. Take something, damn it.
First up, everybody always talks about how easy it is to clean a tiny house. And that's true. It takes 20 minutes to clean a tiny house. It's small. But you know what else doesn't take much time? Getting it dirty. My house is the same size as a lot of people's entryway. Do you see an entryway in my tiny house? No. There's the door, and boom, you're inside. Let's say I just got done snowboarding. I'm tracking in snow. If I just got done on a hike, I'm tracking in mud. And yeah, I have a little porch that I could dust myself off, but when it's raining or super cold outside, I mean, who's really going to spend the time to get themselves completely clean before stepping inside their house? That just doesn't happen. So it's really easy to get dirty when you live in a small space, especially when you live with a dog. And my dog is very hairy. So I am sweeping this house constantly, trying to get all of the hair off of my clothes, out of all the little crevices. I am constantly cleaning. Number 2, adequately named, is actually about my composting toilet. Not everybody has a composting toilet in their tiny house, so this is really particular to mine. I love my composting toilet, don't get me wrong, I've talked about it plenty of times, but one of the downsides is that it's not
I'll just give you the straight.
This is use it right away. It's not like you just come in and
composting toilets, eh? That's the way.
Yeah, it's still in the stream. I should not be streaming this.
This bad boy's seeing my face directly now.
With pictures. But
my shields would not withstand that.
Wants to read
and he's already got air superiority fires
coming here. They want to do their business and they want to be done. So when I have guests over, I have to explain how to use the toilet. What's the last thing you want to do? Do you have any air?
I don't. I have anti-air.
The first time I had my boyfriend over, I had to inform him that he needed to sit to me to use my toilet. That's not a great icebreaker for a new relationship. But hey, he stuck around, so I guess he must have. One of my least
oh, his bad boy's dead. Shit. No, there's no one.
Especially after washing the sheets, and I have to do the whole thing where you put the fitted sheet on the bed. I mean, I'm in a loft, so it's a very confined space. I kind of feel like I'm doing acrobatics, barrel rolls over myself to try to get the sheets on the bed the correct way. It is a whole ordeal, but I really like a made bed in my house, so I do it every single day. Once it's done, you're like, I did that. Number 4 is
I realized my commander is exactly where they're attacking. I'm gonna move back.
In a tiny house.
Oh, here comes strategic Mars. Should have killed Green while we had a chance.
Smells will get on your clothes, and it is difficult to get it out. And you can't escape them because you are in 165 square feet with that smell.
Try and kill him now.
Please do.
Green doesn't have a lot. His commander's different space.
Sometimes living in a tiny house literally stinks. Everybody always says, oh, you can have guests over. I can have 4 or 5 people over for dinner, semi-comfortably at my little table. But that's about it. Forget about game night in a tiny house. Do not have space for that. Also, inviting guests over to stay. I have a futon mattress that folds out. We're all kind of in the same area. We're sharing one bathroom that I have to explain. Another downside of living in a tiny house is that there's no room to grow. You are literally restricted by your trailer. So if you decide, oh, you know what, I'd really like to expand. I'd like to have another bedroom in my house. You would have to redesign the whole, and you're not really gaining any more space. You're just redoing the layout. And that works to some extent, but it also has its limitations. I think that's why a lot of people use tiny houses as an in-between house. When they're kind of...
no, Green was there, but...
And then eventually when they do need to grow, they kind of have to move out of their tiny house.
Green sending a fat boy.
Slightly bigger. The next downside of a tiny house is that you're not just limited by the size of the trailer, but you're also limited by the weight. You can only put so much weight on those axles. So, you know, when I'm looking at cast iron pans, I'm thinking about the weight of the cast iron pan before I'm buying it. When I'm looking at sink choices, I'm thinking about the porcelain versus the stainless steel and how much that weighs. And I'm constantly thinking about weight when it comes to my house. In a regular house, you don't have to
Yeah,
think about
he's
any of that.
gonna
If you
get
like
me.
porcelain, you go with porcelain. If you like marble and you can afford it, you go
All
with
of
it.
them.
This is probably not a shocker, but
Okay, I'll
there is
try and
a
be quick
limited
here.
amount of closet space in a
Got
tiny
10
house.
gunships on them. Maybe just slow it
This
down a little bit.
is my closet.
If Red notices that they're gonna send their hand, yeah.
All the things I have for clothes. I've been in
So right now I got
weddings
no
since I've been living in
shields,
this tiny
and
house, and so I have to buy
basically.
high heels, I have to buy
Oh,
the
and I got
dress, and
ships.
then I have to
on the
immediately
side.
get rid of
Yeah, okay.
afterwards. Why? Because I
Ah,
don't have
got it.
space in my
I got
closet
green
to
fat
keep
boy.
a dress that I will wear once or twice again, or maybe never. Sometimes you have this occasion, like New Year's Eve, and we're going to Vegas, and you're like, wow, okay, well, I guess I'll wear the same thing that I wore to Molly's wedding last week, because I only have one dress to fit. And that can be kind of depressing sometimes. There are some challenging legalities to living in a tiny house. And I'm sure you've all heard it before, but it has to do with parking and it has to do with insurance. Sometimes you just can't find that perfect parking space. You can't buy land legally and park your tiny house on it in the specific place that you want to park. Finding insurance can be difficult as well. I've written articles about finding parking and finding insurance for tiny houses, and you can find links to those in the description. But I will say it can be a real bummer.
Like, my heavy
And
artillery's up, but it's not gonna be too helpful. My entire base is gonna
You're
destroyed.
judging me right now. Don't lie. You're doing it. You're judging me right
Good
now.
news,
And you know
our
what?
fighters
Something I've learned
took
to live
out like
with.
most
It's not
of
a big
his.
deal. Some people get it, and some people don't. And that's okay. We're not all the same. If you're gonna
Okay,
be
green's gonna
different,
die.
if you're gonna live alternatively,
Please do,
you
please
best
do.
be prepared
But
for
that's green, not red.
scrutiny.
Green's
Hope you guys
not
I don't
enjoyed
care.
this video. I didn't
I
sugarcoat
can
anything
live
for you.
through
This is
this.
reality.
I just need to be able to survive because they're launching heavy. What the? Yeah, they got heavy artillery on me too.
Okay,
I used to
here we
have
go,
another one.
boats. I sent boats to red. That'll also be quite a while.
That's fine. I got some submarine on this heading from. Because they actually made cruises and stuff. They haven't really made for water combat. Yeah, they'll just cruises and destroyers.
Why aren't you doing what I said? Oh, good. Alright, green's good. That was lucky. Green died just as my experiment died. Oh, he was quick to leave.
Wait, do cruisers have torpedoes? Oh shit. Okay, this tactic's not gonna be as effective as I hoped.
I will send some boats around soon.
Like, I can keep playing off this. Okay, you need to build a lot more engineers than me. Luckily, he hasn't really realized that I've been taking him out from the side, so he hasn't been supporting his boats very well. Oh god, my commander's in a cruiser. He could, in a transport, he could just shot it down so easily.
I'll send a walker over to you.
I'm just at the point now where I just keep, steadily saying units at him.
You've opened the door. Now, fresh towels.
BRB again.
Rick, he's making an advancement. Now's not the best time.
Is
Oh
that
god.
the look you were going for? You've opened the... Now, you opened the fridge door. Babe. That's a lot of cold air. How do you... Door to door to knock to see inside. And taking your time deciding what you want without losing cool air. Knock twice, see inside, and keep it cool. LG InstaView Door and Door.
So, you know how for several years they made a new Paranormal Activity movie every year? And they were mostly the same, but if you were kind of entertained by it the previous year, you could count on the fact that the next Halloween you were going to be able to just watch that movie again. Like, it's back. The 50 Shades franchise is basically the romance genre's version of that. These movies are so by the numbers at this point. It's like Christian and Anna go on extravagant dates. They argue. They have sex instead of solving the argument. Repeat that cycle for about 30 minutes, and then somebody shows up and threatens them with a gun, and then the movie ends. If the way I describe that makes it sound really zany and fun to watch, that's because it is. These movies are really funny. It's basically the purest experience of seeing a fan fiction performed on the big screen. So I was excited for this movie. I was so hyped to see the culmination of this franchise. And there's so much in this story to process. Like, I feel like I can't make a numbered list because this entire story and the way it unfolds beat for beat, there's just so much to it. I'm just kind of gonna go chronologically through the stuff that was weird, and it's gonna be most of the movie. So right in the first scene, the movie begins with Anna and Christian getting married, and then the opening credits play out over this extended, like, 4-minute pop song honeymoon montage. I'm gonna tentatively call this the best part of the movie, and that is a bad sign. I just mean the pop song gives it kind of a nice energy. You're seeing pretty scenery and just the briefest snippets of their honeymoon. They're at a cafe, snorkeling, giggling on bicycles. Since it's a montage, Christian isn't talking for this whole sequence, and the camera isn't on a scary, emotionless face, so he's unable to bring it down. During this montage, I was having like an out-of-body experience. I was like pretending that I was a fan of 50 Shades of Grey, or maybe even the author E.L. James herself, and that Anastasia and Christian were characters that were very dear to me. And I was thinking, if Best was characters, and you love them, and you want to see them happy,
is bad for me.
you love in this montage. It was well executed. I don't like the characters, so I wasn't enjoying it, but
I
it
didn't
was
even realize
through
I
the
was.
montage. I just realized that
Damn it, Karen, the Colossus!
probably supposed to be pretending that you're Anastasia and going on this wonderful honeymoon. Instead, I was dreaming small and just pretending that I was someone that could enjoy watching this montage. It was a blissful 4 minutes. Okay, so we come out of the montage already in our first Anastasia and Christian argument. They're on a European beach, so everyone's topless. Anastasia wants to take her top off and sunbathe, and Christian is like, no.
Oh, there's two fat
Your
boys.
breasts are only for me. So, okay, let's imagine this and how it will play out
into that face, so you should be able to
people having it. Anna would say, I want to sunbathe topless. Christian would say, I don't want you to. Anna would say,
My
I'm
biggest
my
issue
own
is that they want to be
person,
my
and if I
friend.
want to take my top off
And they're
in
counting my
non-sexual
Colossus quicker than I
context
can
so I don't
build
get
that
tan
one.
lines on my chest, that should
In other
be
words,
okay.
just help
Christian
me.
would say,
Come
yeah,
on.
I respect
You got my gunship,
but
come
I have similarities here, and he's kind of
I'm
like
actually
a
running out of point
friend
defense.
and colleague of mine. So just for me personally, I would be kind of comfortable knowing that he specifically saw my wife with her top off. And then Anna would maybe say, that makes sense. But since he's like our guard and he lives in our apartment with us, I both think and hope that he's cool with seeing me with my top off on my vacation without making it like a weird, horny, sexual thing, because we trust him as our friend. And then Christian would say, also, you're a billionaire's wife now, and you might end up in a tabloid with your top off. And then Anna would probably say, oh my god, I didn't think about the paparazzi. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Maybe I don't want to take my top off. But since it's Anna and Christian and they're crazy people, it goes like this. Christian says,
Oh my
you're
god!
showing enough skin.
Rick!
What?
Anna said,
He's at my
"Okay."
base!
I'm at your base. I just killed a fat boy. This fine,
Isn't that a fat boy?
Then
Where's your commander?
back. He comes back.
Commander's fine, just kill the
Don't
fat
do
boy.
Don't do that, Corin. I thought he was getting a commander. Shit.
Disgrace doesn't
He's out my
go
artillery range.
outside
He's got 2 more fat boys.
No,
Yeah,
not
but they're still
mentioned.
back there. In that time, we should be able to get
I'm gonna
him
be in taboo now.
You're too optimistic.
Because the film wants us to know
yeah,
that
fuck it.
Christian is right to treat her like a child. And then they go ride a jet ski while a pop song plays. Their fight didn't matter. Welcome to 50 Shades of Grey. This is how it goes. So Christian receives a call from his employee telling him that Anna's crazy ex-boss, who she got fired for sexually assaulting her, has broken into Christian's office building wearing a crazy disguise, hacked through the door lock, stole information from the computers, and planted like a cartoon-looking time bomb in the building to fry the system. Anna's former boss is
Rick,
a
Trudy gotcha.
lawyer.
Did it heal?
I don't know how he would possess the
Yeah.
skills to pull off any part of this plan or the inclination, but they deal with it.
Cool
We have
thing
a
is
scene
Oregon
where
is
they
like,
talk
fuck
to
that
their
guy's heavy
staff,
artillery
and the
pretty much
kitchen
just
lady
died.
is like,
Useless.
Anna, this is your home. You're the boss, and the whole purpose of the scene is just wish fulfillment, but that's the whole movie, I guess. Anna cooks Christian dinner, and then it comes up in conversation that Christian hates the idea of having children, and Anna seems shocked and upset by this because she really wants a family, and
Dude,
you're
what are
kind
you
of like,
watching?
they didn't talk about this
Me?
before
Yeah.
they got married. Christian
So I'm
finally
reviewing Shades of Grey.
Right.
because he's not ready to share Anna.
Yeah.
Really healthy,
Hey?
mature reasons
She's
for not
actually
wanting
quite funny.
kids, because
Yeah.
he's jealous of a baby. Anna returns to work, and this lady we've never seen before walks up to her like, "You got a promotion, and you weren't even here." And she's obviously very resentful of it. I mean, fair, but you're like, okay,
Although she
this
did
is
like
like
Jedi.
villain for the third act. Anna's
Rick,
assistant,
my heavy artillery
her
actually
name is
managed to
Anna,
take out one of his
magazine
fat boys.
is like, "Oh, Anna,
Nice.
I sent an email
It
to
looks like they're
IT
firing
for
some
the
artillery at you though,
email
so you
address
be careful.
because right
They've been
now
firing artillery at me the whole
Anastasia
goddamn
Steele at
time.
the publishing company, and they have to change it to Gray because you're married and are gonna change your name." Anna
what?
kind of balks at this,
I'm
like,
going up. Send all my ground guys away so they don't get eliminated straight away, with the hopes that maybe I can do a counterattack at some stage.
Ooh.
Have you got
On
a
the other side-
Colossus ready?
I don't know.
You
You
were
would
rolling
know.
another 2 fat
I
boys.
understand.
Well,
You want
I
to
got an
leave
air
Jack.
Colossus.
No, no.
Okay.
How
Well,
do
I've got
And I
these
take
two
it.
Oh,
monkey
you want
lords.
to buy some stuff?
And
I'm
I'll
gonna
take it
tell-
out
Are
of
you
fat boy.
kidding me right now?
I'm gonna tell my 2 monkey lords to assist your Colossus. So they'll just go wherever your Colossus goes.
Their first monster vacation.
Oh, now we're getting ads.
And our normal is pretty weird.
I reboot, these ponies have school from different pony kingdoms.
Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Make me more Colossus. Make me an army of iron. And give my subs all together, because I want to F shit up with Rick. Alright. Like, I don't know if you want to withstand this attack and then...
What is up,
walk to get
guys?
on the
Greg
next one,
Cactus here, and today we have a brand new Anthem update discussing
I was gonna say, do we want to withstand this current attack and then we'll walk together on the next one?
We have quite a lot to talk about today, but just
After
before we get
attacking,
started,
otherwise
guys,
that boy
if
will be
you're in
able
the
to
market
bombard
for
both
some
our
amazing
experiments.
gaming headphones,
Alright,
these are
so
ones I
we'll attack
personally
now?
use, the 840s.
Yeah.
I've heard
Well,
of
whenever you
Astro.
send your Colossus
Check
to
the
attack,
link in
my
the
things are
description
Ah, yeah.
below,
so,
Save
Okay.
some money
I'm
and help
sending
me out. Definition of a win-win right there. So, let's get right into the Anthem information. The first thing I want to talk about is
And I'll send
pre-order
my
bonuses.
subs
This
to
comes up
assist
with
your
every game in
battleship.
existence these days, and Anthem
Oh,
is
there's a fat
no
boy.
different. There are going to be some different additions and bonuses you get for getting those additions. What exactly is going? But you are looking to pre-order Anthem. What's probably the best? way
Oh,
to
that's
do so?
why.
Well,
Like,
there's
why do I have so many
essentially
engineers? This is great, but why do I have so many?
different versions
Because
you
they've
can
been
get.
building on non-stop repeat.
with a pre-order bonus. So if you're just
It actually is kind of like a mistake I made.
but you pre-order it, you will get the following pre-order bonuses. So first off, you get the Legion of Dawn Legendary Ranger Armor Pack weapon. Also, you get VIP access to pre-launch demos, and lastly, you get a Founders Player Banner. So, the Legion of Dawn Armor Pack, although it says Armor Pack, that's basically just a
Oh, you got biggest one.
because in Anthem, your armor isn't necessarily
Sorry.
of the loot pool. Attachments for your armor, attachments for your javelin, I should say, are. So, getting different mortar pods, different wrist attachments.
Okay,
different
that should be an
grenades,
fat
all
boy
that
there.
stuff. That's
Which
what
means I can hit it with my heavy artillery.
the actual armor
Hey,
itself
hey.
and its customization, that's just cosmetic skins and so on. So that's what that appears
Oh,
to be.
here comes this
The
freaking
weapon is a little bit
S
different.
priority.
I'll talk about that later because the other edition.
Oh shit, I didn't realize I'm spaced out my subs became.
That's essentially what that Legion of Dawn is. The VIP access demos is just probably going to be like a day early access to the beta when it does come out. I can't foresee that being anything more.
I can't give you any idea right now.
A reason to go to but right now, there's no.
I can give you a land army though.
Just a day or two
Well,
early
I
access.
should be able to get this bad boy, and then I'm gonna put my two monkey legs back.
Alright, and I'll get these guys set up for the next round.
That is a standard edition. There's another edition.
Like if you hold them around there, I'll eventually bring them.
Edition. Now
Yeah.
this comes with
And
the Legion of
there's
Dawn
naval
armor
warfare
pack
happening.
for
Right.
all of the
Yeah,
different
so-
classes. So you don't just get Ranger, you also get Lost, Storm, and Interceptor all shown here. And admittedly, it looks pretty sweet.
I wonder if I should make S priority fighters instead.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, but no.
There's now fat boy.
Now, in addition to that, you get the other two bonuses from the pre-order stuff.
If I can get
You
vision on
access
it, then
to
I can
pre-launch
fire my
demos,
freaking
and you get the
artillery on
Founders
it.
Player banner. But you're also going to get a Ranger Javelin
It's probably this one right in the back.
See,
Okay,
it
and I'm gonna
says
send
a
my
little bit
subs
like what
forward
that
to
weapon is. It
attack.
says a legendary weapon. And
And you got
previously, there was a couple of
air
stars
units heading for your
that fine print
fleet.
said the legendary weapon and the Ranger
Well,
skin.
that's-
also
And we got
available
Persifals
in
on the
the
ground.
Dawn edition. So both these editions, pre-ordering them, will gain
Those gunships are gonna take out my
legendary
boats, so boats in it for the take factory.
You get a legendary.
I'll
which is
try and
the
give you
same
some cover.
for pre-ordering the game.
Mother.
That is, frankly, something I don't really like too much. And I know I've been very high on Anthem, but yeah, I don't like giving away legendary weapons, weapons that can be great rewards, in the end game and so on, just for free as a pre-order bonus. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people already pre-ordering the game because they're interested in the game.
Wow,
and
the engineers
bonuses of getting
put up a good fight. I'm gonna kill them all.
It's certainly something cool, but you don't need to go that extra step and give away essentially an exotic weapon, a legendary weapon. And Bungie did do the same when they had the pre-order bonus for the Rise of Iron, gave you the Galahorn, but it was essentially just a Galahorn skin. This isn't anything like actual weapons. So again, not a huge fan of that, especially if there isn't that many legendary weapons, kind of like there isn't actually that
Oh
many.
great, my entire land
Yes.
force is being
We'll
killed.
have to see. We really don't know too much about the loot system in Anthem, but that is something to absolutely be aware of. If you want access to this stuff, you're gonna have to pre-order. Also, the Ranger Javelin gear attachment. Now, like I said, the armor isn't actually part of the loot table, but the gear attachment certainly sounds like it is. So is that going to be, a certain missile pod or a certain grenade? And is that also going to be legendary? Well, it doesn't say, so unlikely, but certainly that's going to probably be at least advantageous for the beginning portions of the game to have an extra gear attachment. Remember that you actually do begin Anthem as a Ranger Javelin and then earn the other ones as you progress. So those of us who pre-order the game are going to get that extra attachment and weapon. Those who don't,
This guy's putting up a good fight, considering it's two of us.
It's unlikely
Yeah.
Nowhere does it say exclusive weapon, so likely you can very much still earn this gun in-game without pre-ordering. Just pre-ordering gives you that guaranteed access. However, the main difference between these two different editions is really just the amount of javelins you get that skin for. As you can see by this compare editions on the official Anthem website, most of the check marks are just, yeah, skin for the Colossus, skin for the Storm, all of that stuff. So really not too much of a difference other than, of course, the skin for the different javelins. There you go. That's some they want to be planning on getting the game, but there's one more addition I kind of earlier, and
He's
that
sending
is
like all his
Origin
engineers and stuff. His
editions. You
freaking
can
factories are
buy
being destroyed.
Anthem via Origin, which is kind of EA's version of Essential. Now, with that, we have a very interesting question that's still out there. When you're on the official website,
And I got positive mass, so I can now build shit.
Or get access
my
to EA
experiment
early.
artillery's up
However, there's been no
in a
official
minute.
confirmation, I believe,
Cool.
about
I should be able to
access
withstand that.
because with the last Bioware title, which was on Effect Andromeda, if you got the Origin version, you were actually able to play the game a week early for around 10 hours, which is kind of a big deal. And is Anthem going to follow suit? Are you going to be able to play Anthem up to a week early?
And I got 3 Colossus.
But again, as long as
So
they
I'm
don't
gonna add them
change
to
the
your
model, that's
experimentals.
actually going to be the case, and that's really, really interesting. And that's a big feature for any sort of pre-order bonus is getting to play the game a week early, even if it's just for 10 hours. But again, there hasn't been any official confirmation on whether it's 100% happening for Anthem, whether or not they're changing the 10 hours to 24 hours or dialing.
He's still trying to pepper me with heavy artillery. Oh, that's why my unit count's gone down a bit. He's actually been succeeding. Oh shit, I'm gonna build more air things. No wonder my counts be down. He's actually been beating me. Your ship's getting caught up in my naval base, Rick.
Yeah, I noticed. I just tried to tell him.
We have a very special ranch.
We're gonna probably have to push Rick with the experimentals now.
Yeah.
Push.
Guys,
I'm covered with air. But he's got air. We all got air. It's not fun for
They're
anybody.
holding back fluidity. Whenever this video posts,
Roger.
So, John Beat 1 and 2, you see this video, see some more coming. I'd just like to thank you for it. I'm already forgiven.
Yeah.
This is very special, right? Wait.
You can't stop the ground units. Hehe. Just push straight to his base, hey? There's no point holding back now.
Yep.
Those bad boys just have bloody range. Oh, I'm catching. Oh, they're catching. Oh, he's stopped. Oh, he's got more, that's why. And then that means my heavy artillery Colossus now. That's one down.
Now, we got this in. This came in today. USPS put your up on it. And the outer box
Rick,
is all
why is your
ripped up.
navy doing loops around my naval?
This is fucking stupid.
Hand warmers,
Still got my 3 Colossus.
instructions.
Oh, there's an air fat boy.
Oh,
Get my heavy on it. How's experimental going?
it's apple butter.
I'm not looking. Oh, my monkey lords are gone.
I hope.
Yeah. How's your experimental
There you
though?
go.
It's still about
That's probably
50%.
still good. We know that, dude.
Artillery.
Smashed potatoes.
Oh, your artillery's smashing, yeah.
My artillery's done, yeah.
So we have some soup.
Well, be careful, it's probably gonna make you a target.
I've got decent air defense. I'm gonna start building some experimentals to lead here in my base because that's the one thing that, you know, if he turns on me and I'm sending all my experimentals out there, he's gonna get me.
Hey, we just won the year! Yeah!
Man, I feel like shit.
I'm gonna pull back. If I use all my land units now, he's just gonna stop.
Oh shit!
I have defense.
I don't. I
That's
might
not good.
teleport out of my base. I'm gonna teleport to your base.
Oh, he's making a second base too.
It's probably coming for me because. Oh
You see it?
no! Okay, never mind. I'm building defenses right now.
Everything into it, man. Everything.
I've got hives, so that sounds interesting. But I've got hives that will be able to put up one in like a couple minutes.
I'm gonna send my subs straight to the base. I'll let you distract the land. Ooh, you're hitting him good. Yeah, he's already trying to shift bases.
GG, he says.
Yeah. Alright. I'm making my advancement for real this time. Soon.
That's tomato sauce.
Oh, you got heavy things coming again.
Got some sugar. We have another one. We have another one. We have what's now less quantity. This was like
Oh, his naval's completely gone.
pressing fuel or has been stowed.
Oh, he's coming towards you with everything he's got.
That must be their pretty big.
Oh no, he found my engineers.
They have 4 packs of crackers and
Well, cool, means I can start building these. You alright?
Yeah. Let's just say units.
Oh, okay. Just the way you said it was like, oh shit.
I just because I didn't realise.
constantly rise.
Why is he not building anything?
All the spillage top of that one.
Why are y'all not building anything? Yo, I'm just gonna make a shit ton of combat fighters. Just, yeah, why not? And I'm moving my army slowly towards his base. I like to call this the advancement of the end. By the way, he has built here.
Where?
Was that clear enough?
Oh, right. I think his artillery is targeting me. Yes, it is. And fuck, my commanders were right there.
He's discontinued. Disconnected.
Hey?
He's disconnected.
Oh, right.
We won the war, Rick!
This is actually civilians, more likely viable.
Wait, what? Oh, that's fine. Some reason, as soon as the game ended, it went, your alliance with Dr. Dev has broken. I'm like, what?
Damn it! I was trying to do it faster. I didn't think of that straight away. Thought, no, if he's disconnected, we might as well finish it ourselves. Yeah, interesting. So we're not that bad if we play against people our own skill level.
Yeah.
And turn the camera off and make
Okay,
everything.
I need to make
Alright.
tea.
Let's go ahead and start with this.
Give me,
Basically, essentially,
like 5. Nah, don't even need that long. Just give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back, and then we'll switch to the forest.
Yeah, same. I'll be on maybe 5 minutes. Not even though.
Yeah. Alright, be right back.
We'll be back, Simon.
Were you though?